Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to my presentation. Let me first introduce myself. My name is Zheng Wende and I come from English Chinese bilingual class. As many of you have already known, English is spoken worldwide, and there is no doubt that the number of people who start learning English has been increasing recently. However, due to the lack of necessary quality, many learners tend to fail or give up in their learning journey. Therefore, I'm here today to share with all of you about some quality, and not just some regular quality, some is a necessary and important quality that a good English learner should have. I'm going to talk about three quality, and there are also the three parts of my presentation. First, I will talk about the quality of courage. Then I will keep on the quality of curiousness and creativity. Finally, it's about patience and self-motivation. I will be glad if any question could be left until the end of presentation. Alright, let's get started. So, number one, firstly, we'll talk about the quality of courage. Courage means not be afraid of something, because I believe that if a learner is too afraid of something, he or she can hardly obtain anything. There are three things that a learner shouldn't be afraid of. Number one, he or she shouldn't be afraid to make some fault or particularly mispronounce some word. For example, when you want to express the word telephone, but unfortunately you have forgot how to say it, don't worry to make out some word that you mispronounce or think about it, like I'm looking for my phone or something similar like that. It's okay, just say it out and people can easily understand what you're trying to say. If you not say anything, people can hardly understand what you're trying to say, or neither you can express your idea. Secondly, you shouldn't be afraid to have some guests. One more example: when your friend told you that he had recently bought a massive house, although you haven't heard about the word massive, but through the intonation and stress, you can have some guess. Massive, it sounds very extreme, and it also relates to a house. You can have a guess. Is that, have you recently bought a big house? Really big house? Don't worry if the guesses are wrong, because people can explain to you later. But more importantly, you have to guess. And finally, the most scary thing in the world is to afraid to be laughed at. My friend, who are you learning English for? For yourself or for other people? Therefore, don't be afraid. Be brave in your learning journey. Besides bravery, curiousness and creativity are the second thing I want to talk about. When you think about the word curiousness, you will think about the action of asking. That's right, because English is such a huge world. If you don't ask, you won't get any further information. And I believe that there's many things for us to ask, like how to pronounce a word that ended with ed, or how to pronounce a word ended with s, or why do sometimes we pronounce the word record but not record. Try to ask more to get more knowledge and information about English. Besides, curiousness, creativity are also important. Like I mentioned before, English is such a huge world, but thanks to the modern technology, we can now access to this world more efficiently. Through the internet, you can have many ways to access this language, like through a song, through a movie, a video game, or even newspaper. Because I believe that beside the thing that we learn on class or textbook. Internet is also a new way for us to learn English. And secondly, you can try to improvise. It's also a kind of creative in using the English language. For example, once again you forgot the word is you need to express, and this time the word is a watch, but this time you won't guess or mispronounce. You just paraphrase like I have lots of things that on my hand that I usually check time. People could easily understand that you are talking about your watch. So therefore, be curious and creative always. And finally, last but not least, is patience and self-motivation. I have a question for all of you today. Does anyone here could skillfully master English in a single night? No, right? English, besides a huge world, is also a long journey. And long journey means that it takes time, sometimes really long time. Therefore, don't ever rush yourself to become better in such a short time. Instead, be patient, hardworking, and self-motivated every day. If patient is the one that keep you on the track, then self-motivation is the one that push you moving forward. When you are so fed up with this language, are so tired of this language, think about the reason why you first started. Is it because you want to study abroad? Is it because you want to have a better job? Or is it because simply because you want to talk like a native? No matter what the reason are, make them become your goals. Goals are like finish line in a race. It helps us to become more enthusiastic and eager to reach that line. It helps you to push yourself more and more. So in conclusion, to master English is an essential thing in modern day, but to skillfully do it is such a nightmare. Therefore, you have to be brave at first. Then, don't stop being curious and creative every day. And finally, be patient and self-motivated in your learning journey. I believe that if you have all of these qualities above, you can become a better English user just in no time. Thank you for listening.